Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Inside the ring, Randy Orton is considered by many to be one of the most talented WWE superstars of all time. Away from the squared circle, it is well known that the Viper used to get up to mischief on the road earlier in his career. Orton joined WWE in 2000 and began training in the Ohio Valley Wrestling (OVW) developmental system. After 2 years, he moved to the main roster and quickly established himself as a future star. Nowadays, the 14-time world champion is a widely respected veteran in the locker room. Throughout his legendary career, he had his fair share of good and bad influences while traveling to and from WWE events. After winning the inaugural Tough Enough competition in 2001, Maven Huffman traveled with WWE stars including Al Snow and Devon Dudley on SmackDown. He then moved to Raw, where he struck up a friendship with fellow up-and-coming star Randy Orton. On his popular YouTube channel, Maven said he immediately started traveling with Orton after being drafted to the Red brand. He described the former Evolution member as a guy's guy, and said he always offered to pay for things on the road. The 3-time hardcore champion never had any issues with Orton, adding that he was truly a joy to ride with. In the same video, Maven said he and Orton were occasionally joined in the car by Stacy Keibler. At the time, Keibler was one of WWE's most high-profile female talents. She performed as a valet for several Raw stars, including Scott Steiner, Test, and the Dudley Boys. Maven revealed that Keibler was often the voice of reason during car rides. She prevented him and Orton from getting in trouble and always ensured they made it to their next location safely. Keibler appeared on television with the Viper several times. She even received an RKO from him in a memorable moment on the March 21, 2005 episode of Raw. Batista, Randy Orton, Ric Flair, and Triple H formed the Evolution faction in 2003. Mark Jindrak, best known at the time for his stint in WCW, was considered as a potential member of the group after Batista suffered an injury. Jindrak discussed his WWE career on David Pencer's Sitting Ringside podcast in 2020. The 2-time WCW World Tag Team Champion said he and Orton had a lot of fun on the road during their early days in WWE. They also used to goof off backstage to entertain their coworkers. When Evolution formed, Triple H wanted the group to travel together outside of WWE. Jindrak even rode with Flair, HHH, and Orton for a short time when he was being considered as a member of the stable. However, the gang grew tired of the former WCW star's immature antics and told Vince McMahon not to add him to the faction. On the WWE Network series Ruthless Aggression, Triple H said he had no issues riding with Orton as long as he was not around Jindrak. The two went on to become good friends in real life and fierce rivals on screen later in their careers. Between 2008 and 2010, Cody Rhodes worked both with and against Randy Orton during their days in the Legacy faction. The two men spent a lot of time together on the road, forming a close friendship along the way. In 2022, Rhodes spoke about his bond with Orton on Steve Austin's Broken Skull Sessions show. The American Nightmare said he once shared a car with the Viper shortly after receiving 9 stitches in his forehead. Orton told his friend to stick his head out of the window of the car to air it out, but the advice spectacularly backfired. Rhodes' stitches broke, causing blood to pour down his face. Randy Orton is one of the most decorated and accomplished WWE superstars in history, a man whose name is synonymous with the phrase legend killer. Over the years, he has made waves in WWE with his unparalleled athleticism, unique character, and incredible legacy. But like many in the world of professional wrestling, Orton's rise to stardom wasn't achieved in isolation. WWE's tight-knit community of superstars has long been an environment where traveling together and forming relationships in and outside the ring plays a crucial role in shaping the careers of those involved. Orton's journey to superstardom was also influenced by the people he traveled with along the way, each of whom contributed something to his evolution as a performer. Here are 5 WWE superstars Randy Orton traveled with and the impact they had on his career. Perhaps one of the most influential figures in Randy Orton's career is the legendary Triple H. From the beginning of Orton's time in WWE, Triple H has been a mentor, a rival, and at times, a trusted ally. They both traveled together for many years, especially during the period when Orton was a part of Evolution, a faction led by Triple H that also included Ric Flair and Batista. During his time with Evolution, Orton learned the ins and outs of the wrestling business, benefiting greatly from Triple H's experience and work ethic. Triple H had already cemented himself as one of WWE's biggest stars when he took Orton under his wing. It was a rare combination of mentorship and rivalry that would go on to shape Orton's future in WWE. Triple H's tough love approach helped push Orton to be better, both in and outside of the ring. Their relationship also provided a unique dynamic during their eventual feud, which helped elevate Orton as a credible main event player. Orton often recalls how Triple H's work ethic and commitment to the craft influenced him, teaching him how to conduct himself in the locker room and how to build a story in the ring. While traveling, the two would have extensive conversations that Orton credits for much of his in-ring growth. Whether it was discussing matches or life on the road, Triple H played a key role in shaping Orton's mindset as a top-level performer. Ric Flair, one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time, is another key figure that influenced Randy Orton during his formative years in WWE. As part of the Evolution faction, Flair wasn't just a veteran presence. He was a mentor and father figure to Orton. Traveling with Flair gave Orton access to decades of wisdom and insight from someone who had experienced almost everything in the world of wrestling. Flair's influence on Orton extended beyond the ring, as he taught the young superstar about the importance of charisma, timing, and storytelling. Orton, who had been a natural in the ring, was still honing his persona when he began working alongside Flair. The Nature Boy's larger-than-life personality and ability to connect with the audience rubbed off on Orton, who would later develop his own unique blend of arrogance and confidence. Flair was also instrumental in helping Orton craft his character as the Legend Killer. Through their travels and interactions, Flair imparted the importance of having a strong character that could connect with fans. Flair's experience with high-profile matches and angles also helped Orton learn how to carry himself in the big moments and how to craft a memorable rivalry, something that would pay dividends in Orton's future feuds. Batista, like Orton, was a product of the Evolution faction. As a powerhouse of the group, Batista and Orton formed a natural bond, as both men were still learning the ropes of WWE's intense travel schedule and what it took to be a top superstar. While Triple H and Ric Flair provided valuable lessons on in-ring psychology and character development, Batista was instrumental in helping Orton shape his understanding of physicality and intensity. Batista's larger-than-life persona and incredible physical presence gave Orton someone to look up to during their shared travels. The two men would work out together, train, and compare notes on their matches, with Batista often encouraging Orton to push himself further. Their friendship and competitive relationship were key to shaping Orton's own physical development. Moreover, the bond between Batista and Orton led to a natural rivalry that played out on screen. Their shared experiences traveling together, understanding each other's strengths and weaknesses, allowed them to craft one of WWE's most memorable feuds, culminating in their epic showdown at SummerSlam 2008. Their chemistry, both on screen and off screen, solidified their places as two of the top stars of the 2000s. Shawn Michaels, a Hall of Famer and one of the most respected wrestlers in WWE history, had a profound influence on Randy Orton's in-ring ability and understanding of the art of wrestling. As Orton's career began to rise, Michaels was one of the stars that Orton frequently found himself traveling with. Michaels was known for his incredible work ethic, storytelling ability, and psychology in the ring. Orton had the opportunity to learn from the Heartbreak Kid, not only through their matches, but also through their interactions behind the scenes. Michaels and Orton's relationship grew over the years, particularly when they began to feud in the mid-2000s. Their feud led to some of the best matches of Orton's career, including their encounter at WrestleMania 21. Michaels taught Orton how to elevate his in-ring psychology and make every match feel significant. More importantly, he instilled in Orton the idea that every match could tell a compelling story, not just through moves, but through the emotions conveyed between the performers. On the road, Michaels would share anecdotes and advice from his own legendary career, advising Orton on how to craft his persona, maintain his edge, and stay relevant in WWE for the long term. Michaels' influence helped Orton hone his own unique wrestling style and mentality, ensuring that his place in WWE's upper echelons was well secured. John Cena, like Randy Orton, is one of the most recognizable names in WWE. Both men began their rise to stardom around the same time, and their paths often crossed during their travels. Cena and Orton have had a famous on-screen rivalry that has spanned years, but their relationship off-screen is one of mutual respect and camaraderie. Traveling together gave both men a chance to compare notes, share experiences, and push each other to be better. Cena's approach to the business, his dedication to hard work, and his never-give-up mentality had a lasting effect on Orton. While Orton's persona has always been different from Cena's, there were elements of Cena's relentless drive that Orton could appreciate and emulate. The two would discuss everything from wrestling strategy to life on the road, with Cena often encouraging Orton to stay focused on his career and always strive to be the best. Their rivalry, which began in 2007, is one of the most iconic in WWE history, and it's a testament to how their shared experiences helped them evolve both as performers and as rivals. They are often seen as two sides of the same coin. Orton, the cold, calculating competitor, and Cena, the embodiment of hustle, loyalty, and respect. Randy Orton's career has been shaped by many individuals in WWE, but the 5 superstars listed above, Triple H, Ric Flair, Batista, Shawn Michaels, and John Cena, were among the most influential. Their mentorship, guidance, and rivalries helped shape Orton into the multifaceted superstar he is today. The road travel together wasn't just about the matches. It was about the lessons learned, the friendships forged, and the experiences that helped Orton grow both personally and professionally. In the world of professional wrestling, where the pressure is constant and the grind is unrelenting, it's no surprise that Orton's success was supported by such a strong circle of WWE legends. These men helped him develop the mindset, skills, and resilience necessary to become one of the greatest superstars in WWE history.